Hello everyone! Welcome. Hope you're doing well today. I'm Umbras, and we are back in Enthusia Professional Racing, where we get to drive the beautiful Mercedes 300 SL, this glowing, gorgeous machine, with its mechanical fuel injection. Believe it or not, it was one of the earliest vehicles to be equipped with fuel injection. And had the Bosch version. Powering its very potent inline 6. But let's dive in. We got other inline 6s as well. The 3-liter Z4, the Skyline, of course, the Soar, the Fair Lady, and of course an older Skyline. We could probably fight for a solid third place here, I think. Other thing cool with this fuel injection system, although it was mechanical, it was direct injection. It was not carbureted. It was not port injected. It was direct injection as well, and it was the first production car to use direct injection technology as well, which is very impressive, and just goes to show just how high end this vehicle was at the time. Ow. And the way that it worked is it utilized essentially a secondary, almost camshaft, let's call it that. Directly linked to the cam timing and a 1-to-1 ratio, where it rotated and opened up individual plungers to allow fuel to go into the other ports, or into the other to each cylinder individually, which is really cool. It also had a governor as well, where the more you press down on the throttle, the more the governor would press down on the camshaft, resulting in more lift and more duration of those plungers, which would allow more fuel, which is how they were able to get better air-fuel ratio on slower speeds, low throttle applications, and much higher speeds. It also acted as essentially a fuel governor as well, where as the RPMs increase, it has a series of weights that actually cause the camshaft to kind of move away a little bit from the ports to reduce fuel at higher RPMs, which reduce power just a little bit to kind of help prevent over-revving the engine. Welcome forward, Shelby GT. Hope you're well. Right now we have a beautiful beast of a machine here with the Mercedes 300 SL. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Uh-oh. Alright. Yep, hi. Bro is just a little bit spicy there. So we gotta really get back up there with it. And then again, it is, a Toyota Soar. It's basically a Supra in disguise. So maybe fourth might be the way to go. Unfortunately, just can't quite compete with the more modern vehicles. Although at the time, this was one of the fastest cars produced. Very successful in racing, especially in like the SCCA races, where even after the 1955 Le Mans disaster, Mercedes still, through privateers, still fielded the 300 SL in races. Which is not unlike how with Chevrolet they had special code options to kind of still allow for motorsports done by privateer teams back during the 60s and early 70s with their kind of racing ban and GM's kind of boycott of motorsports, and still allow them to have plenty of Corvette racing cars out there, although they would only pretty much be mostly fielded by privateer teams and not by GM directly. But it is still really cool. Oh boy. Alright. There we go, nice and smooth. We are keeping some pace with the Soarer. We're down a little bit on the twisty section, so we don't quite have the handling of the more modern vehicles. Much narrower tires, much older style tires as well. Drum brakes, all of that stuff. But it is still very capable machine, this 300SL, for a pretty much 70-year-old car. It is a grandpa of a vehicle, but it is still got very high performance capabilities. Easy, 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 easy. Alright, there we go. Alright, break midway through the... I guess that's a chapel? Not sure what that is. Some sort of building that the road goes through. And then out into the countryside yet again. Oh, the speed. This is absolutely beautiful. Easy. Back again to the left. Yeah, we've probably got a 4th place position locked in. We're not really gaining on the Soarer ahead of us. Oh, that is understeer. That is major understeer. Yeah, we're not really able to keep them honest with the corners. It's mainly during the straights and the acceleration zones where we're pretty close. But otherwise we're struggling just a little bit. Oh boy. Come on. Alright, not much further, not much further. Oh boy. Easy, easy. The front didn't want to bite there, and then it snapped. Just a little bit. Oh man, this is just a beautiful car though. Absolutely loving it. Brake right at the gate. Yeah, we gotta brake a little bit earlier ahead of some of the other vehicles. It does have the drum brakes. Yeah, the speedy 918 Spider. That's crazy. The 918 Spider. Like it seems like such a new car, but like it's really not. It's over a decade old at this point. Pretty much. Like that is crazy. No upgrades. Damn. Yeah, this vehicle takes a little bit longer to upgrade. It is an expensive vehicle. It is a very high-end vehicle, so it takes a little bit for it to get up to level 10. That is alright. We will still keep pushing. Alright. Let's see what options we got. The under 3-liter race. That could be Let's do it. It's been a little bit since the race at Pacific Gateway. But yeah, it wasn't until the later Roadster in the 60s where they upgraded to disc brakes on the 300SL. Earlier on, it was drum brakes all around, so a little bit longer braking distance. Welcome, JB. Skippity Sigma Riz. Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh boy. Easy, easy. There we go. More power up the hill. Use the mechanical fuel injection. Yes. It sounds really nice as well. I heard the disappointment in that. Just a little bit. It's a generational difference, I guess. Remember, I'm an old fart. There we go. Oh, this is absolutely wonderful. The speed of this beast, absolutely loving it. Like it's such an old car as well, but it is. My generation doesn't even use this stuff unironically. They only use it ironically. We're not using silver surfer. I mean, this is close. Very sleek, very futuristic design. Silver. You know, it's. Oh, silver's fair. But I mean, the silver arrows were the kind of like the name given to the Mercedes older Mercedes Grand Prix and old F1 cars and stuff. So that's tied to the racing legends of the Mercedes. But welcome, thank you for liking the stream, I'd actually appreciate it. Yeah, silver bullet would be good too. Oh, it looks so good. Absolutely love this car. I wanna see one of these IRL. Oh, I love the ride in one IRL. Yeah, we gotta come in messing. Yes. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everybody. A little bit of airtime. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely love this car. It is a little bit difficult to drive. Yeah, we use Skibbity ironically. We did it to make fun of the brain rot of people. So the problem with using things ironically is eventually you get into the habit where you're like, wait a second, I'm not even using it ironically anymore. Oh no, I've become I have brain rotted. Alright, easy. Back to left, back left. Hope it doesn't get. I hope so also. I just want to drive cars. Just vibing. Vibing and driving. Because at the end of the day, I love cars. They are beautiful, beautiful machines, pieces of artwork and technology forged into what normally should have just be something that gets us from A to B, but become just a major kind of facet of our life, our entertainment, all of that stuff. Residue unironically though. Sticking out your get for the Rizzler. So Skibbity. So Phantom Tax. I just want to be a Sigma. Sigma D's. So it turns out that the drum brakes. Skibbity's annoying. Aw, sorry. It turns out that the drum brakes on the 300 SL. Granted, it was during the 50s, but I want y'all to guess. All right, what material the lining of the brake lining? What material the brake lining was made out of? All right. I want you guys to guess what the material of the brake lining was made out of. You could probably guess where I'm going with this, but It's... Oh, no. Oh. Well, that Jersey slang makes a bit of sense when you actually... Yeah, some of it. Although Skibbity is still... it's a thing. Ooh. Say the line, Isaac. Shizzle my Rizzlers. I don't know what line it is. But, the... the, Mercedes 300 SL, its brake lining was made of asbestos. Yes. It was made of asbestos. And needless to say, if you worked on a lot of Mercedes 300 SLs, hopefully you had some level of hopefully you had some level of personal protective equipment in the 50s when no one knew about the dangers of asbestos. I love cancer burger sugar. I know. Asbestos, part of a balanced diet. It's made like I'm reading that and it's asbestos. I mean, the engineers are trying as best as they could. You know what? That was horrible. Why did you say that, you moron? Oh, I'm back. Oh. I'm back. The engine. See, this is what I mean. Uh-oh. Making sure it doesn't get out of line. No. That was me saying something horrible. This is Isaac being genuinely horrible. No, I basically had to go to a different scene so I could physically recoil and cringe. I cringed so hard I gave myself a 6-pack. Did I end your stream? You are stuck here for your mandatory 2 hours or more. Nah, I just had to go to a different scene so I could literally get up, fully cringe at what exactly I said. Because I think that was probably one of the worst puns I have made in my entire life. And on one hand, I am sorry. On the other hand, I am glad I could probably, you know, cause a little bit of brain fuckery to at least a couple other people that aren't immediate family. So hopefully you enjoyed that. You were stuck here for 2 hours to fuel my parasocial relationships. Pat me on the head and tell me I have been a good boy. Not go in the stream. Nah, I just had to cringe at myself for a little bit. Do it. No balls. You won't end the stream. No balls. Do it. You're right. I don't. Besides, I'm enjoying driving a 300 SL. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. So all that coming up from just reading about the asbestos brake linings on the 300 SL. This is what I do to myself. This is what I do to myself. Alright, we got the Mustang that's genuinely challenging us right now, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Alright, a little bit of touchy. A little bit of touch and go, a little bit of touchy, no. Rabbit holes be like that. Pretty much. It's one of those things where you get like a little bit of curiosity, you start reading something and you realize, oh my. Wow. And on one hand, you're like, you know, I probably shouldn't have read that. On the other hand, you're like, you know what, that's actually genuinely really cool. That is one thing I will admit, is in prepping for these streams and everything, I have learned a lot about vehicles and everything and gotten a little bit more knowledge about kind of like all that stuff than I previously had. Which is great. Super Robot Wars. Ooh. Hopefully it's a good demo. And hopefully only the best of waifus are there. No waifu, no laifu. I was with me and fencing and duels just came. Yeah. Super Robot Wars Y, but no money F. Who will win? My bet is on no money. I love Kasumi Yoshi's. Ooh. See, I've always been more of a Kawamami fan. You know, the nice older woman teacher that's just, yes. That is peak. It is the peak. I was climbing the mountain and I asked the guru, how far do we have left? And he said Kawakami. And that's when I knew I was at the peak. You know, the katana is a cutlass. And the teachers are cute people. I mean, the first teacher is, but like Kawakami is a sweetheart. I would totally wife Kawakami. Besides, she's a master at fishing. No offense. He realized, wait, shit, his wife's a teacher. Oh no. That or you just call my waifu trash. Did you call my waifu trash, Adachi? Ooh. Them some bold words. Fourth. And one stops near the stops and threatens. Okay, yeah, the Persona 4 ones are kind of creepy. Persona 5, I didn't find Kawakami too awkward. I don't know. Kawamami is probably my personal favorite of like the Persona 5 girls. Futaba's a close second, I think, but Kawakami is best. Getting me one then when you finally playing Persona 4. Ooh, I don't know. Persona stream would be pretty interesting. It would take a very long time. Now, those games are long as hell. Those games are mega long. Not gonna be fun. Maybe I have to think about it. You can. I mean, you can. Yes, but you do end up missing out on a decent chunk of content. Like, yes, you technically can. But yeah, like I do the way I play them, and it's a lot more kind of like relaxed, taking in the vibes and everything like that. It takes me quite a while. Like I think my first playthrough Persona 5 was like 150 hours. Love how Lost became English's first and only kanji. Oh, the comic. Is this Lost? Ah, yeah, kanji. I like kanji. Kanji and Ryuji are like best bros in like the first game. I quite like both of them. Ryuji's still like, if I were to, you know, like have like a bro of like any of the Persona people, it would probably be Ryuji, probably. Probably. All right, let's go see. This is literally a kanji based. All right, back to the sporty cars. What options we got? Holy cow, so many vehicles. Alright, we got two. We got the GC Impreza. Oh, we got the RX-8. Ooh, which one should we pick? Let's pull up our random number generator. Where is display capture? There is display capture. If it is a 1, it is the Impreza. If it is a 2, it is the RX-8. It is a 2. Alrighty. Alright, let's get ourselves the RX-8. Winning! Velocity red. I really like the red as well. My music teacher back in elementary school literally drove an RX-8 in this color. Oh my gosh, it was super cool. Yeah, I like it in red. Bring back old English runes. Good luck getting people to relearn that. Yes, the RX-8, my beloved. Absolutely love this car. This thing was in like every racing game as well. People were super hyped for it. That's a very, very well-behaved vehicle. Absolutely love it. This is the performance version of Type S as well. So it's got the 230 to 250-ish horsepower. Very, very nice. As far as Isaac doesn't know about UC Gundam because one of the characters has multiple cars. True. I don't know. It's I don't know. I need to watch. I need to get more into like the Japanese side of culture stuff and everything like that. I know Miles Edgeworth also drives a red RX-8. It's one of those beautiful mosses. It's definitely up there. I still really love the ND Miata. I genuinely think those are absolutely beautiful machines. The Renaissance engine. I mean, for what it's worth, it does have a lot of tech in it that allowed it to essentially meet global emission standards that the previous 13B wasn't able to do. Going from a peripheral port to the side port, having the multi-stage air intake manifold. They do a lot to still make it sporty. Having the lighter weight rotors as well. So comes the car in question from Gundam and not finding Sonic and Timberlands. Yeah, the earlier Renaissance engines had a lot of technical problems. Later on, they got a little bit better, but it's still, you run the risk of flooding it if you start the engine and stop it while it's cold. Of course, you have the apex seals thing. By nature, it does burn oil. It is something that you do need to kind of watch out for, and you need to be very proactive with the maintenance of this vehicle. Maybe, but, you know, this was also, you know, coming, you know, post-Japanese bubble burst and everything like that. A lot of the Japanese automakers kind of pull back a bit from, like, their tuner cars and everything. What made more subdued vehicles. Mazda, for what it's worth, being a smaller Japanese company, still stuck it out and made the RX-8. Because they wanted to be a little bit more practical. You gotta remember, like, they wanted a sporty vehicle that you can essentially fit, like, 4 people in. And it does its job fairly well. Like, all things considered, like, it's a solid vehicle. Callis letting me have AirPods in? Wait, what? Hey, yo. Isaac! Oh no, he can't hear us, he's got AirPods in! He can't hear us over the shift in the warning of the rotary. Oh, this thing is a beaut. Yeah, but RX-7s are also either older or potentially a little bit cheaper. Mazda 3, Mazda 3 is not a bad vehicle as well. Right now we're in the RX-8. Welcome, Red Phoenix, hope you're well. And I don't know, I like the RX-8. It's a solid vehicle. Granted, I've had a couple friends that have had it with the Renesas engine and everything, so I've just kind of gotten used to some of the flaws and everything like that. Oh gosh. Yeah, make sure they do all their due diligence and engine stuff and everything like that. Oh boy. Alright. Oh, the blacklisted stuff. Oh, yeah. Nah. Oh no, I might get blacklisted. I don't know, it's not, you know. The engine didn't, poof. Oh no. They got the over dramatic husky. Rip. Oh gosh, alright. These are spicy. These are spicy meatballs. I guess they'd be spicy taco balls. Because they're all Japanese cars. Yeah, they're the spicy taco balls. Oh, 2 rotaries starting at the front as well. Come on, this track should be good for the rotor as well, to being more of a... It's you know, pretty solid and everything like that. There we go, okay. Maintain the momentum, maintain the speed. This is where we really get to put the Mazda handling to the test. I don't know, I like Huskies, but you definitely need to, like, you know, keep them, like, super entertained. And they are very, very dramatic, very prima donna-y. Where they're like, no, oh, someone told me no, oh, I'm gonna freak out now, no. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Dachshunds. Aggressive little shits. I have never met a dachshund that like wasn't just a little like hellion that thought it was a much bigger dog than it actually is. Don't forget your own name. Put a name tag on so you don't forget. Silly. Yeah, they do shed a lot as well, especially in warm climates. I think some of my favorite dogs are like golden retrievers, Labrador retrievers, and German shepherds, as well as what's the Australian version of the German shepherd as well? There's 100% IRL. That's how I lost my identity. Yep. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I don't know, most huskies I've met have been more friendly, but they've been like really well trained. But even then, they are just loud and dramatic. Is it an Australian Shepherd? No, I thought there was like an Austrian like variant of the German Shepherd that's like lighter and shorter haired. But like better for like swimming and stuff like that. Yeah, German Shepherds can be hard to control as well. But when you do train them well, holy cow, they are like some of the sweetest doggos. They have so much energy as well, which is great, you know. Just especially if you have like a very like active lifestyle, they're like, yes, let's go, let's do this. I love doing things. I thought I was just trying to be funny. Oh. It's like the Austrian Malamute or something like that, I think it is. I can't remember, but like those, they're basically like slightly smaller German Shepherds, but pretty much like the same type of dog. St. Bernards are absolute sweethearts as well. Although, holy moly. I don't know what it is with St. Bernards, but they always think they are much smaller dogs than they actually are. A buddy of mine, back when I was in middle school, had a St. Bernard. A big boy. And every time I would like go to like do like a sleepover or whatever and all that stuff, I would wake up and I'm like, I can't feel my legs. And that's because this dog would literally like curl up on my legs on the couch and just lay there. And then wake up and like both my legs would be like tingly and everything because they partially cut off like circulation and all that stuff. People named Princess. Oh no. I was looking for cars, now I'm doing a Go-Go Muffin? Oh, the Evangelion Go-Go Muffin thing. What's a Go-Go Muffin? Is that a tasty muffin? I want, give me my muffin. I want my muffin. Alright, down again. Only 2 more laps to go, let's do this. And to the left, only a lap and a half. Absolutely stunning it. This thing, the handling on it is just, oh, it is beautiful. It is a wonderful machine. Super lightweight, super agile. Let's make sure we put on a good show. Oh, it sounds good too. I wanna hear what it sounds like when it's upgraded. Also, I think this is the last rotary car we'll be driving in our playthrough. Because we've gotten the FC, we've gotten the Cosmo, we've gotten the ST22 RX-7, we've gotten the FD RX-7. I think this is the last rotary engine vehicle we will be driving in our playthrough of Enthusia. 787B, we already did that one. We've already done all the competition cars, with the exception of the M1 Pro car, and I need to unlock that. That may require like a special stream just to get to. But yes, there we go. There's victory. There's the victory. There we go. Level up. Yes. Yeah, our ranking decreased just a little bit. Go Gadget can make Isaac wreck. No. Skill issue. I won't wreck. I'm still standing. Yeah, those are engine, but they're not in Enthusia, RX3 and RX4, as well as the later Cosmo. It is only multiple RX7s, the Cosmo, and the 787B as the main go-tos for the rotaries. Bit of a shame. Whoa. Okay. A little bit spicy there. Little bit spicy. Alright, we got the roof and we got the Nismo. Oh, they might be legit challenges for us. But I mean, this is an RS event. And it is at Marco Strata, so we do got a chance to maybe put some moves on the Nismo. There isn't too many straights with the really use its power. I'm taking on the Ford City Mall. What is the Ford? What's that? Is that from like your area, Adachi? Back to the left. Oop, little bit of a nudge. Can I dive him on the inside? No. Damn. We're quicker than the skyline in the turns. But on those straights, that skyline's just got so much more power than us. Without a doubt. I like the confidence of the 8-ball. We will see. We will see if it does that. Oh boy, come on. Break here. Oh, that was deep. That was too deep. That's what she said. Alright, on the twisties we can at least pull away here. So let's make it work. Let's see if we can secure a second place and stop touching the skyline. We keep door banging a little bit. I don't like it. Kiss him at the mouth. Maybe. I mean, if we're kissing mothers, I'd we do like older women. Hashtag hag love. Oh jeez, they got speed. But he slows down a lot for the chicane. Got you. Oh, this thing is just beautiful in the corners, though. Perfectly balanced, plenty of grip. Just look at this as well. The speed. And now I think we're far enough ahead that we don't need to worry about the skyline. We pulled far enough ahead. We pulled a gap. And we've got a fastest lap as well. So, yeah. There we go. Beautiful, perfect. Whoop. Alright, back again to the right. Yeah, third gear probably is the way to go for these corners. Second gear, we're kind of getting a little bit close to the rev limiter. We'll probably lose speed, shifting. This is definitely a second gear corner, though. That's one of the other benefits of the side exhaust ports instead of the peripheral exhaust ports. Is it does also allow for a more flatter torque curve. It's a little bit more low-end torque at the expense of high-end power. Which ain't too bad. You also reduce the intake and exhaust overlap, which helps with emissions as well. Probably twin turbo flat plane V8 is whatever done now. I mean, kinda, but that's like the meta, you know, getting the most power out of, you know, the smallest amount of space. And I mean, with the, you know, everyone trying to make as much power as possible with the least amount of fuel, it's kind of the way it goes. Like, you're not really gonna see many V12s anymore. But yeah, I can imagine it would be a little bit unfortunately, you know, kind of boring and everything. But it is the nature of the beast. Down to the gears. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I am loving it. Whoop, alright. The leading roof is catching up to the back markers. Alright, the leading roof has passed the back markers. We're coming up next. Blue flags, get out of the way. Or at the very least, hold your line and let us pass you. We will see who we're coming up to beat, who we're coming up to pass. Got a big selection, potentially. I got the Alfa Romeo SZ there. The Alfa Romeo in last place. Big ripperoni and cheese. There we go. And then the Damaso Pantera just ahead of it. There we go. There we go. Whoa. Bump. Oh boy. Come on. There we go. Alright, we got 3 laps left. Let's see if we can't get another vehicle Another vehicle lapped. Although we did the skyline did catch us up just a little bit. We did get slowed down a little bit by back market traffic. So we gotta move it. We got to move it. We need to move it. She need to move it. They got to move it. There we go. Boop. Ooh, okay, so we've had 3 laps that are all fairly close together. A 51, 355, a 351, 331, and our fastest lap, a 51, 323. That ain't bad. I want to see if we can't go just a little bit quicker. We only got 2 more laps to go. No, see, no. I know, I'm at a loss for words. I have been a denizen long enough on the internet, and I have pattern recognition to recognize the lost comics. I'm not sure we'll be able to pass the next back mark. We were only able to pass 2 of them. Big Sag. Come on. Give me some speed. Give me some speed. Give me some power. Oop. Okay, I didn't want to touch the wall there. I did not want to touch the wall. So a 2nd place, a spot on the podium, and we were one of the slower cars on the field. I will gladly take that. Alright, come on. Ooh, fastest lap right at the end, at 51, 168. I would take it. It's okay, trying to see if I can watch my phone. Okay. Thank you for still being here, Dash. I appreciate it. There we go. Alright, we've increased. Alright, let's see what other options we got. Ooh, we can go to Tsukuba. Yes, the Tsukuba Circuit Challenge. Oh, we get the race against one of the RX-8's main rivals with the S2000 as well. 2 lightweight Japanese sports cars, roughly around the same amount of power. Very agile, high-reveling, naturally aspirated sports cars of the early 2000s. Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Come on, full send. Oh, okay. Nice and smooth. Yeah, I see you in the Toyota there. Come on, let's see if we can't go around the outside. I have rice and orange chicken with that. Ooh, sounds tasty. I made omelets for myself and my wife. We used a little bit of ham, some jalapenos, some onions, and I made a pretty simple omelet, but it was tasty. Then I put on some habanero hot sauce for a little bit of extra spice. It was good. I like omelets. Oh, the Nismo Skyline, no, that thing is a beast. I'm gonna try my damnedest to get up with it, but it is gonna be close. It has the forward drive, acceleration, and grip. It's got the power. I will try, but it'll be tough. It'll be genuinely tough trying to get up there with it. Whoop. But yeah, the other benefit of the RX-8 over the older 13B is it does have the lighter rotors as well, having a slightly narrower rotors, 70 millimeters in width versus the 80 millimeters in width of the DRX-7. And of course, they also used the more advanced manufacture techniques to reduce the material in the non-critical areas of the rotor, which helps improve throttle response, as well as allowing them to extend the red line all the way up to 9,000 RPMs, which is one of the higher RPM limits of the rotaries. And that definitely helped kind of claw back a little bit more power as well from losing the turbo and going to the side ports versus the peripheral ports. It also had the revised ECU, better fuel delivery system, and of course that 3-stage air intake. I mean, it's a rotary. They all got no torque. Whoop. Side by side. Alright. Getting a little bit closer. Getting a little bit closer. We might be able to make a move stick. But we gotta really milk this car for all it's worth. It's gonna be a tough one, but I will try. We're a lot lighter than the Skyline, so we can be a lot later on the brakes. We do have the stability as well. Yeah, they're using it basically as like a range extender, which is honestly pretty good for the rotary, as it does best when kind of at a consistent RPM, while also, you know, being super compact while producing a lot of power for its compact size. It is a slightly more maintenance intensive generator or range extender for hybrids, but it allows even smaller vehicles to be hybridized instead of going full electric. You know, RX is going to be like that. That'd be interesting. An electric vehicle that's technically an RX, but using the rotary engine entirely as just a range extender. That, or if they're using it more so as like a combined hybrid system, that way the electric motors kind of make up for the lack of rotary torque. That could be a cool way to do that. Although you lose out on the lighter weight nature. You lose out on the lighter weight nature of the rotary design by adding all the heavy batteries and everything like that. I just said it makes sound. Rip. Alright, we're on the inside here. We've got 2 laps to go. Basically 1 lap in 2 corners. We did manage to get by. Lap after lap, we are getting just a little bit closer each time. But this back straight, it is killing us. Let's assume it though. Honestly, hopefully if it is hybrid, it's a supplemental hybrid and not just like a range extender hybrid. Gotcha. Wait, stop tapping me. Wait. Oh shit. Come on, save it. Bro did not give me any space there. Like, really? Oh, that's gonna hurt our ability to upgrade the vehicle just a little bit. Still, we are punching well above our weight class, taking down Nismos in the fairly early stages of tuning. So I will happily take that. Ooh, boy. Probably didn't need to cut that off. But I'll take the win. I'll take the dub. Those were pretty reputable Japanese. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it if they do make the new MR2. That'd be pretty cool. You could probably utilize a good chunk of the GR Corolla power plant from that. Maybe. There we go, there's our ranking increase. I will take that. Ooh, Bahamirage. Ooh, yes. 2 lightweight Japanese vehicles doing a rally raid that they definitely are not built for. This will be fun. Okay, so they got some reputation then. Very nice. Okay, yeah, so probably using some of the architecture from like the GR Yaris and Corolla then. Bonk. A little bit of a tap. So we're going in. Maybe, although Toy doesn't really have too many high performance V6s. So I'm not sure where they'd source that from then. Most of the performance engines are like the inline 4s, the inline 3s right now. Cause like the inline 6 from the Super, but that's, you know, partially a BMW engine. Okay, fair enough. Oh, this sounds so good. Oh, the S2000 is catching us. Oh, it's catching us. Alright, break just before the final 2. Oh boy. Oh, the S2000 may kill us on the uphill. Maybe. It's gonna be tough. I think we got the advantage. It hit the sign! No way! No! No way! Bro! Oh no! Oh my gosh. That was hilarious. Oh. It just, like, I'm looking in the mirror, it's trying to still pass me in the right. I'm taking a shallower angle into that turn anyway, and it just goes bonk right into the side. Oh, bro. That is... That's funny. That's funny. Alrighty. I've seen spy shots of it and everything like that. That's gonna be pretty cool when it comes out. Doom. I got the Golf R32. Oh boy! All right, we got our work cut out for us. The Stratos did kind of kill a little bit of our momentum there. Yeah, gonna have a V8. No V10, which is big Sag, but I mean the V8 could still sound really nice. There's lots of great sounding V8s. Probably makes sense for it to be that. Maybe slightly updated and upgraded where possible. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool to have. I know Lexus is fairly big around my area in terms of like luxury and performance vehicles. As there's quite a few Lexus like LCs and LC convertibles and everything around. And actually the LFA is one of the few like supercars I have seen that's a bit more kind of like rare and out there in my area. Beautiful as always. The bright, what was it, like dandelion yellow? That one. Ah, so nice looking. Whoop. Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's just, I don't know, the V10 is just, especially on the LFA, is just, it hits different, you know? Like, the folks at Yamaha, when they were designing the exhaust system and everything when that, holy moly, they definitely knew what they were doing. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm imagining it's gonna sound really good. You know, it's gonna be like the new, you know, high-performance Halo car. Toyota loves making their vehicles sound acoustically beautiful. Yes, I have. But imagine like the exhaust would be a little bit different, and if they do any other adjustments, it probably will be, you know, it might be a little bit more aggressive. I hope. The LS500. The LS500 is pretty good sounding. Sounds pretty nice. Oh yeah, so it's they'll probably rework the exhaust to get it to sound even better then. There's definitely gonna be some upgrades on the engine. A bit more power, a bit more the sound. Yeah. Well, I've not heard the Fuji trim per se, whatever. I've heard the standard LS500. It still sounds pretty nice. But even then, like outside of the Fuji trim, like I'm imagining like the LSR, so the LFR, you know, probably has even more. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. I imagine they might pull out even more stops. You know, it is going to be essentially their Halo car. Ooh, little bit sketch over on the brakes. Gotta be careful. I gotta time the braking to be a little bit later, I think, otherwise, or a little bit earlier actually, because otherwise it gets a little bit bent out of shape going right over the crest. And then on the brakes, that's understeer. Way too fast in that corner. Much too fast there. All right, come on. Let's do this. Oh, the F Sport. Okay, yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. A little bit of air time. Brake again right before the wall. Gosh, this thing is wonderful. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be upgraded even more. So, you know, hopefully good sounds. Hopefully good sounds. Or at the very least, be on par. Yeah, probably. Or, you know, close enough for what you can do in the modern day and age. As even V10s are kind of beginning to be phased out and all, but like the, you know, highest of highest end vehicles. Damn shame. I love the sound of the V12s and the V10s, so. But it's probably gonna sound quite nice though, still. Probably. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, that's a far stretch. Midship V12 Viper. Ow. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I still probably wouldn't bet on that coming back. Just with Dodge already having the Hellcats and everything like that, as well as Stellantis being more, dare I say, cautious with their investments. I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Second my finger, oh no. Hopefully, make sure you clean it out, you know, bandage it up and everything like that. Stop the bleeding and everything. But yeah, I'm not gonna be hedging my bets on a mid-engine V12 Viper. Oh, this sounds even more aggressive with the upgrades. SST is also back. Nice. Hopefully we get the new Charger gets some upgrades as well. Some high-end SRT variants. That'd be pretty cool. There we go. Smooth. Ooh, boy. Nice. So I'm looking forward to potentially seeing some of those in red. I've not seen any of the new Chargers yet. It'd be cool to see if any come around my neck of the woods. So far, I've only seen videos of them. I have not seen any in person. It's still, even the dealerships locally are still, you know, selling a lot of like the Hellcats and like the older generation of like the Chargers and Challengers and everything. I mean, wanting to bring back the Viper and being financially able to is very, very different. Doubly so with a V12, basically a bespoke V12 for getting Stellantis to sign off on that. I don't know. It's a hit by management. Ooh. Well, hopefully you're alright, Adachi. Glad you're able to bandage it up, though. Holy cow, the handling of the RX-8, though. This thing... I guess if you're like kind of like combining the architecture of the two of the Hurricane 6s, it could work, but like it's still a semi-bespoke engine. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. I'd be happy to eat my words if I'm wrong, but that definitely seems like a little bit of a pipe dream. Just with Dodge and Stellantis' current financials and all of that stuff. Would it be cool? Yes. But at the same token, I will believe it. I will believe it when I see it. Midnight, welcome. Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. Right now we're racing around in our beautiful bright red RX-8. Another one today? Bro. that is also an interesting way to pop in. Jeez, at this point, I'm half tempted to say that this is just a marketing stunt by the WNBA just to get people to talk about it more. I am legit, like, this has to be like a psyop or something. It's a purple one. I saw Suzuki Hayabusa on my way home from work. Ooh, hell yeah. Love those bikes. I like it when it's bike week at my local drag strip as well, because holy moly, bike bracket racing is fucking insane. When they're averaging like 9-second quarter miles, that was ridiculous. What is a psyop? A psyop is essentially a organized action by shadowy organizations in order to feel like an organic grassroots movement, in order to sway public opinion. Why do you know that? Why do they know that? I mean, no judgment, but definitely images to make you go, hmm. Oh, what was the site? Oh, the dildos on the WNBA court. Like, I'm half tempted that it's just plants by the WNBA to get people talking about the WNBA. Because this has probably got more eyes on the WNBA than pretty much anything else that's going on recently. Yeah, the TikTok America girls. You're not gonna meet her. Nope. It's a psyop. It's a psyop. Wake up. Wake up. She's not real. Yeah, don't meet up with anyone you meet on TikTok. Or on any, like, social media, really. Stranger danger, you know? Just the fact that the first two were also green. It's a psyop. Just out of curiosity, Midnight, can you look up the betting odds on what purple was actually going to be? Like if I put down $100 on purple, how much would I have made back, hypothetically speaking? Because I know certain websites had like literal betting on what the next color besides green would be. With blue being the favorites and rainbow being the long shot, the long odds. But that was literally the one thing I was like checking. It was like, because they were being updated in real time, like what the... And people were literally betting money on what the next color was going to be. Which, on one hand, I mean, if you are close to, like a WNBA game, you could probably bet a couple grand on your color. Hide it somewhere. I'm not saying where, but you could probably imagine where. Sneak it into the game and then throw it onto the courts. And then you got enough money to more than pay for your bail. And any legal fees and all that stuff, plus a little bit of extra change. Right? Especially if you go the long odds, like, put a couple grand on Rainbow, buy or borrow a friend's Rainbow one, and then just, you know. The snake stole it. Snake! 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 Dun 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 dun. Game over. Snacky. Kawasaki made the Carrot Sage 2 and off-road buggy. Nice. That sounds like fun. Although it sounds like a death sentence as well, but it sounds like fun. Maybe it's good that the message got deleted. Probably for the best if we're talking about dildo betting. How did chat get like this? How did chat get like this, chat? Why you do this to me, chat? Why do you hurt me so? Why do you want to mind break me, chat? Been 24 years since the comparison, but don't get. Yeah, exactly. The house always wins. Do not be a betting man. Buy penny stocks instead. You probably have better odds on that. No, that is true. Honestly, on one hand, having an off-road buggy with that much power sounds really, really cool. On the other hand, that sounds genuinely terrifying. And I feel like that is a rollover risk waiting to happen. At the speeds you could probably reach with that engine. And I'm not sure how to feel about that. Because on one hand, holy moly, that would be fast as hell. On the other, holy moly, that is literally super dangerous. Travis Pastrana's what? Exactly. Dude would absolutely tear up and do like a video with that, jumping like major distance. Giving Burnout Paradise another shot. It's an okay-ish game. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. I love the sheer variety in the vehicles, especially compared to other Burnout games. It really makes every car feel unique, despite the break-the-drift handling of it. The downside is the map isn't really well utilized. You can go through a good chunk of the game and you're still missing out on a good chunk of the map because a lot of the races don't really go through like the center of the city. So you kind of end up on like the outskirts on most areas. I mean, yeah, they all have break the drift, but like I still prefer the handling of Burnout 3 the best. Do you have any info on how long FS2 is going to be for? I mean, Wreckfest 1 was in early access for multiple years. They got a lot more resources now to maybe speed up development on Wreckfest 2. But I'm imagining probably it's probably be another like 2-3 years, I'd imagine. Realistically, probably like 2 years. Yeah, Most Wanted 12. I do like Most Wanted 2012. I think the biggest issue I have with Burnout Paradise, outside of the races ending kind of all in like the same spots, is also they got rid of the crash mode and replaced with the Showtime mode, which is I don't really like. And then also they got rid of the signature takedowns, which is like one of my favorite things from 3 and Revenge. Because it was always super cool trying to get like them to actually, you know, get taken down into certain vehicles or like certain areas and everything like that. They dropped the what video? Hey yo. Okay, new video. Okay, okay, bro. Oh, that would have probably gotten me canceled. Oh no, guys, that might actually get me canceled. Please, please. I beg you, have mercy. That was a typo. Oh, that's scaring. Oh, that's scaring me so much. I'm reading. I'm like, oh yeah, they dropped the hello. They dropped the what? Oh, holy fuck. ADO would have came from my ass there. Oh, no, don't clip it, please don't clip it. that is one that I don't want. That is one I don't want actually showing up on the court case against me 10 years in the future. Don't clip it. Don't clip it, please. Have mercy. It's been clipped. Well. Great. ADL is coming for my ass now. There goes my security clearance. It's kind of a blackmail. I mean, you be surprised. Anyway, rotaries, triangles, Illuminati, go burr. You seeing the patterns? There are 3 sides to a rotary, and there's 3 sides to a triangle. And that is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Coincidence? I think not. Oh, I didn't break nearly enough of that corner. Oh my gosh, this handles so well. This is beautiful. It's been cursed today. Yeah, I was not expecting that when I was making dinner, that this stream would be this cursed. The dogs just come up with that? Isaacs, I need them. Sleep deprivation, a couple monsters a day, levothyroxine, and 28 years of living on the edge, dog. Holy mother. First Johnson. Okay. Okay. Well, let's Let's keep it kosher, please. Fuck me. Fuck me. Why? I'm sorry. I'm gonna, just so this doesn't get used against me later, I am going to, just that one. Nothing personal, I'm just covering my ass. Ooh. Alright, we got time for one more race for the RX-8. So let's do this. Oh boy. Let's do this. Let's race at low end steering. Final race for the RX-8. Oh, it sounds so good. The little buzzy bee rotary. It's got the super low center of gravity as well. Oh my word. The compact rotary engine allowing for a near 50-50 front to rear weight distribution, making it super agile. I mean, it sounds like a drill. This is not a drill. This is a triangle. Ooh. I'm a bit lightheaded from panicking. Oh boy. This is not a draw, it's a fire hazard. I mean, all the way where it burns, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I still love my rotary though. Isaac is having a panic attack. I saw my YouTube channel flash before my eyes there. Not a draw, it's a Dorito. I love my Doritos. Oh my word. Dominic Dorito. I like how Dom's first cars in RX-7, something entirely different than the muscle cars he used later was known for. It's like after the first movie, they was like, you know what, no more tuners, only Chargers and Chevelles and that type of stuff, nothing else. That RX-7 is still probably sitting in the parking garage. Holy moly. This thing handles so good though. Absolutely beautiful machine. Someone actually RB something on a real old school GT. I don't know how to feel about that. On one hand, sweet that it's making more power and everything, but did it have to really be like an actual GT500? You couldn't have done that to like a different like a one of the inline 6 Mustangs. The GT500 of all vehicles. Damn. I don't know how to feel about that. No, it doesn't sound like a Supra. Probably because, I don't know. Maybe he inline 6 swapped it. Maybe he JZA80 swapped his RX-7. for more power. I mean, I guess not stock, but you could probably like upgrade the RB to get more power than the engine in the GT500. Probably. I guess maybe I should rephrase it to higher potential power. Maybe. Okay, well they didn't, but the option was probably maybe there. I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about that swap. Hey, I mean, it's entirely feasible. There have been Jay-Z swapped RX-7s. Quite a few, actually. It could be entirely possible. But anyway, final turn with the RX-8. Absolutely lovely, beautiful machine. Oh, this is nice. Super smooth, across the line. And I don't know then. Fire the sound crew a couple decades later. They're all fired. Literally unwatchable. Cause it took it. I just don't know how to feel about that. That's definitely a choice. Do I agree with the choice? Probably not, but it's his vehicle. He can do what he wants with it, I guess. Alright, back to the real sports cars. We got two options. We got the 4GT. Oh, that is nice. And we got the Lotus Esprit S2. Alright, let's pull back up our random number generator. Up the display capture. If it is a 1, it's a GT. If it is a 2, it is going to be the Esprit. It is a 2. Oh yeah. Where's the display capture? There we go. So that means we'll be driving the Lotus Esprit S2, the John Player Special Edition as well. That is nice. With the backbone chassis. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of purists wouldn't like it. Oh, this is nice. Roughly 1,000 kilograms thereabouts. Super lightweight. Beautiful machine. The DeLorean's sister. Probably something like that. But holy moly, this thing is beautiful. About 1,000 of the S2s are built, and even less of the special John Player special versions were made. A supercar meeting. You know what, let's do it. It is a beautiful exotic. Got the 2-liter Type 907 engine with around 140-ish horsepower. Thereabouts. Oh, it looks so good. William was built in the same chassis as this Esprit. Ah, that's actually pretty cool. They're sibling cars then. Wow. That didn't happen. Ignore that, chat. Look, I just wanted to give them more of an advantage. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that they felt like they could, you know, have an easy win. Ah, yeah, so much worse suspension then. And then I had the heavier steel chassis in that, the Peugeot, Volvo, Citroen engine, that V6. Not Citroen, Peugeot, Renault, and Volvo, the PRV, I think it is. Yeah, DeLorean's a chungus with that, the stainless steel body. The fiberglass of the Esprit is a lot lighter. Alright, up to 5th. 4th is just ahead. Come on. You gotta get past the 2002 turbo. And now the 15B originally. So it would have been a little bit lighter, but that stainless steel body is still gonna be absolutely very, very heavy. Very heavy. So, yeah, you gotta be, you know, they probably still wouldn't have been great there. But probably would have been at least a little bit better. Oh gosh, this thing is beautiful though. Absolutely love the look of the Esprits, the kind of 70s wedge shape. Yeah, John DeLorean was running out of money fast on the on that. It's a shame, he built so many other cool vehicles like the GTO and everything. I wanted to have his legacy tarnished with the DeLorean, his own namesake. And of course, he got entrapped to smuggle cocaine as well, which, you know, further hurt his reputation. Oh, there is the younger, not the younger, I guess the older Lotus Europa. 2 Lotuses side by side. I'm gonna send it down. The Lotus S2 as well also was featured. Well, the Lotus Esprit was also featured in the Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me as well, which is super cool. So we're driving essentially something that has the heritage of a Bond car. Was the Esprit the only Lotus Bond car? I think so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a lot of big ideas with the DeLorean, but didn't really. Not that many came to fruition, I think. Although, gosh, the twin turbo Renault engine. That would have probably been a reliability nightmare. More than I already was. More than it probably already was. I mean, holy moly. The French engineering, the French engineered engine, British build quality. Oh boy. Yeah, that probably, even then with the twin turbos, probably wouldn't have saved it completely. Probably would have justified the price a little bit more, but even then, yeah. Oh, that's a tap on the wall. Yeah, first place is long gone. Irish book quality. I mean, similar culture. But yes, Irish build quality. Fiberglass, lightweight materials? Nah, stainless steel. Making an absolute chungus of a sports car with an anemic engine. I don't know, I'd still want a Lotus. I mean, I don't want a Lotus Esprit, but I also would love a DeLorean as well. Yep. I mean, it's still pretty for what you got out of the car and the already pretty underpowered engine. It was not great, to put it lightly. All right, let's see if we get any. Oh, we do actually manage to level up. I'll take it. At least to do the best with the DeLorean suspension. True. So you at least got that going for it. It had some potential. But geez, to use the less reinforced but super lightweight backbone chassis with a much heavier body, you kind of counteracting the lightweight nature of the you know, the backbone chassis. Fair. Although Miata was much lighter than the DeLorean. And I believe cheaper too. Alright, let's see what we can do at Bergenschlucht. German car, British car on German roads. Gosh, this thing is beautiful though. We do got a Viper. And we got a Nissan Z, so both of them, we gotta be a little bit careful. Oh boy. Alright. A little bit of understeer there. Little bit of understeer there. Whoop. Okay. Oh, no tappy the wall, please. No tippy tap the wall. Come on. We need to get going. We need to go fast because that Viper is going to be on our ass very rapidly. That Viper is going to be terrifying. Come on, full send. Oh, I see the Viper starting to get a little bit closer on the map. Fair. I guess you could probably get some things like custom machined and like get like custom bodywork done if you need to, you know, fix some of the panel gaps and other build quality things. I'm sure there are modifications out there from like the DeLorean owners that have tried to do things to improve the quality, the build quality of the vehicle. Ooh, that's not a Viper. What are you? Oh, that's the Alpha. That is Alfa Romeo. Okay, come on. Let's see if we can't keep ahead of the Alpha. We got one more lap and change to go. Brake here. Yeah, I wonder how it would have sold, how it would have fared if it was more of like a bare bones kind of cheaper sports car, more Spartan interior and everything like that. That might have actually saved it. Definitely would have reduced the costs, but then it also would have sold for less money as well, probably. So who knows? Definitely a what if. Yep. Gotta fit the golf bag. How many people actually even do golfing nowadays? I don't know. Golfing just doesn't seem for me. It seems very, very dry. Like, there's a lot of other type of sports that I'd much rather play than golf. Yeah, only 12K. We saw how that turned out. We saw how that turned out. That was a lot more. But anyway, oh my gosh, this spree is handling very nice for a late 70s, early 80s car though. Holy moly. This thing is gorgeous. Lightweight, maneuverable, agile. That they've kind of stagnated in price, so I think they probably start to increase a little bit now. Especially for more like mint condition examples. Got a little bit of the pop cultural aspect as well with, you know, the Back to the Future vibes and everything. As well as the 80s nostalgia hitting hard. Ooh, okay, slight tap of the wall. Little itty bitty tap. Itty bitty baby tap. Oh boy. Yeah. Still, you know. Probably could have gone with fiberglass to make him a little bit lighter. Save a couple pounds. Probably. Maybe. Also, fun fact about the Lotus Esprit, the S2 version. It actually used 2 different carburetors during during the production of it that were kind of swapped out. You had the Del Orto and the Weber carburetors. Both roughly around similar performance, although the American versions primarily used to meet the fuel efficiency requirements or the fuel delivery requirements in the US at the time, whereas the European versions primarily got the Weber ones. Primarily, you still got a couple Weber ones in the States, but especially later on in life cycle with tightening regulations and everything, they primarily went to strictly the Del Orto for the US market. Both had similar performance capabilities. But it was cool that they essentially, Lotus being such a small manufacturer, had to basically do two different two different carburetors just due to supply issues and everything. Okay. That's really cool that it essentially is able to maybe make a modern DeLorean that has, like, what it should have been. Would have been cool. You respect DeLoreans? A little bit, yeah. Oh, the Stratos. Two 1970s wedges duking it out. The Stratos and the Esprit. The V6 versus the inline 4. Yeah, I know they're still around. They're like out of Texas or whatever. But like, you know, action making with the DMC DeLorean should have been, you know, almost like a redemption on the design. So I will say that the DMC-12 DeLorean looked quite nice, but it just, you know, it just had very terrible performance. Lots of corner cutting in the wrong sections. Over-engineered some places, under-engineered other places. Oh boy, come on. Yeah, you previously told me about that. The Alpha 5 and everything, the updated four-seater DeLorean. Yeah, it was what, like an all-electric version or something like that? I believe you told me. Something like that. Alright, I gotta get past this, the Stratos. It is being very annoying in the mid-speed corners. There we go. Alright, up into, ooh, gosh. Mid-engine moment. Mid-engine moment. Okay. That's been a minor setback. We gotta get back up there. Come on. And the cool thing with the this spree here is this is the John Player Special Edition, which is used to kind of tie into their F1 successes with the John Player Special livery, that beautiful black and gold livery, which appeared on so many Lotus road cars, as well as kind of like a heritage model. Holy moly, it looks nice. It is a beautiful looking machine. Alright, come on. No, 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 no. There we go. Smooth. I'll take it. Pass in the grass. An actual pass in the grass as well. Alright, come on. The Ferrari Dino engine of that Lancia, definitely very rapid on the straights. We are lighter than it though. We got a lot more agility, so we should be able to put up a good fight. 270s wedges duking it out in the wet on this tight technical Japanese track. Come on. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Especially as they have like a similar chassis already. They probably have, it would probably be easy to get it all mounted up. You'd think anyway. You still gotta fit everything in the body, but otherwise. Come on, I gotta get by you. And I gotta hold. Ah, you fuck. Nope, it got us beat. It's got us beat. Oh, rip trying to get to the front spark plugs then. You have to basically drop the engine to do that. Ah, third place. The Italian Stallion has beaten the British Bulldog. Big rip there. Oh boy. Ooh, that is not a lot of points. Hey, I'll still take the level up though. Alrighty. Yeah, I know our ranking has decreased a little bit. Don't remind me. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Got the Thanksgiving race. The midship meeting. We already raced at Tsukuba though. And the Honda Beat is skewing the stats. Let's do the English car meeting. Yeah, they kind of use a lot of like, the retooled leftover chassis and everything. Not bad though. Like updating them and everything like that. That's why you can't really enter the like the DeLorean isn't really considered a classic car in the Gran Turismo games because it's using the more modern version of the DeLorean, the S2 DeLoreans instead of the original. Also, can I not be ran through? Like literally, I was holding my own line. I wasn't even like actively swerving the block, and people, they literally just like drove into my rear. Whoa, what is he doing? I mean, they still needed some parts to be like reproduced and everything. Whatever, semantics. Regardless, they were updated, you know, the S2, which is why in the Gran Turismo games and everything like that, you see the DeLoreans there being listed as like an 04 model year or something like that. Come on, I gotta get past it, Tamura. Come on. Oh, not much further. Please. Tamura is being a pain in our ass because it's slowing down. It's slowing us down on the corners and just basically coming to a complete dead stop. But then on the straights, it just rockets away. And it's genuinely being a nuisance. Yeah. It's definitely an interesting one. And it's got that cultural legacy. Can you stop trying to dive me every single corner, you melon? Ugh. I swear they must have put the ACC rookie sim racer coding into that Aston Martin driver, because literally every single corner, oh, let me peek on the inside, let me peek on the inside. It was basically actively slowing me down from trying to get to the TVR. Gosh, So those things are huge then. Hopefully they're able to, you know, make them fairly lightweight, otherwise bigger rip. They'd be quite heavy. Alright, I gotta make up at least one position soon. I am running out of laps. I'm gonna be making like 0 progress with this race. Okay, so at least the doors will be fairly lightweight. You gotta have that if they're gonna be, you know, that large. Come on, I gotta at least make one overtake, and soon. I could have probably been up in the third had the Aston Martin not kept, you know, diving me every corner. But it is what it is. This thing is an understeery pig right now. Yeah, just gotta make sure everything else is, you know, prevents it from deteriorating and everything like that. Because the carbon fiber does suffer from things like, you know, like UV degradation, which can cause issues later in life, as well as becoming more brittle. Fuck, I'm gonna be 5th. Yeah, but even then, you gotta make sure you protect the paint as well. Otherwise you do still run the risk of, like, the paint gets chipped that can then result in, you know, other issues with the body. Obviously nothing lasts forever, nothing's perfect, but, you know, and it's just trade-offs. Rust versus UV degradation and everything. God, that Aston Martin there was a real pain in the ass. Literal dive bomb every single corner, constantly looking on the inside like a melon. Yeah, so it's probably like a collector's item or whatever. So it's probably in an air-conditioned room. You know, being meticulously touched, you know, meticulously cleaned like every day by their personal mechanic. Alright, come on. To make sure we get a good... There we go. Smooth. Alright, let's actually win a race. This will probably be the final race of the of tonight. There we go, nice and smooth through the corners. Yeah, when you're not being dive bombed and you can take your own lines to the corners, it's actually fairly, you know, well behaved, very planted. It's only when you get constantly spun out or hit by the Astons. 2.8 seconds to time travel. Alright, come on. Yeah, this is a very different race than the previous one. These might not be quite as fast as I wanted them to be. But oh well. At least allow us to upgrade the Esprit. Because what even was that previous race? But yeah, this is... it is a beautiful machine though. The double wishbone suspension front and rear. The lightweight chassis. The super lightweight fiberglass body. Like, this is... absolutely love the Esprit. It is a nice vehicle. What am I owning an Esprit? I know there's a Lotus Owners Club in Maryland as well. They usually work with the Baltimore MG Club to create the British car show of the MGs on the rocks. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it just looks nice. It drives nice. You gotta be careful though. With the backbone chassis and everything, you do have a lack of the rigidity, and with the fiberglass as well being a semi-stressed component, you do lose some rigidity as well as the vehicle essentially, you know, the fiberglass can become more brittle with age. So you do need to be very careful, very meticulous in restoring them. I mean, yeah, but if you want to maintain like the original kind of looks of the vehicle and everything. Plus, you're already, you know, quite tightly packed in the Esprit. I didn't get to see an Esprit be used for historic racing though, at the Pit Race Historics. It was one of the later turbo Esprits. But it was still really cool. Seeing that thing just constantly shot flames as it was racing against like Nissan Zs and like the Ford Mustangs and everything like that. Very cool car. Absolutely loved seeing that racing there. It was in the above 3-liter class, so it was, you know, like the big, heavy, high-power vehicles. And holy cow, very nice. It sounded great too. I mean, all the cars sounded great though, but I absolutely loved that. Alright, one more lap. Full send. Let's do this, chat. Ooh, that'd have been really cool. Well, you gotta be careful because a lot of Bond cars end up getting destroyed at some point or another. You gotta be a little bit careful with that. I don't want the talking car to die. No, thank you. I like Kit. I don't want Kit to get blown up. Kit is indestructible. Yeah. I don't know. It's like an unstoppable force versus a movable object. The rate at which Bond cars get destroyed versus the indestructibility of Kit. Who will win? Nice and smooth through the corners. Final corner to the final straight. Big push to the finish line. Ah, yes. double the dryness. Oh man, alright. That is good. Let's make sure we save the game. We get to try the Esprit next time. Oh, it is such a nice car. Absolutely lovely. There we go. That might still hurt our ranking a little bit. Yeah, by a considerable amount. This thing doesn't quite punch above its weight like the RX-8 did. But it does its job decently enough. So let's go save the game. And end the stream. Anyway, gonna be ending the stream now. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and let me know if you're doing well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know if you're doing poorly so I can fix it in the future. With that being said, I've been Isaac Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, whatever time it is for you, may it be a great time, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody. Bye bye!